MoonDaze here on Healing Academy Facebook group. Coming to you live from the island of Kauai right now, visiting my ohana here. I am Queen Mabsy, also known as Michelle Jericho Poplar of Queen Mabsy LLC, here to tell you about this week's astrology. Yes. Yesterday was quite an energetic, heavy hitter. I'm going to just review. Yesterday was also my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Had like 3 birthdays in a row just come into my sphere. And I'm like, this is Leo season. Leo season is all about the me and how we shine. And it is a loving and protective sign. It will fiercely protect you with lots of love. But also we are dealing with a tug from Pluto in Aquarius, which is opposite the Sun in Leo and Jupiter in Leo. And we have a configuration that's called the Barbault basket. And if you're on my YouTube channel, you can see a video where I went over that basket configuration. Liken it to a stew or a cauldron of energies being stirred up by these heavy hitter big planets, creating a configuration that is supporting us to transmute the energies into something new, like a stew. It is an energy stew. So things have been stirring up. The lid of the basket or the pot or the cauldron that the planets are creating is the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius across from Jupiter and the Sun in Leo. And as Jupiter creeps up to meet, as the Sun creeps up to meet Jupiter, as they will conjunct, as in they will meet up like this from our point of view here on Earth, they will be addressing and facing off with this Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Now, Pluto represents transformation, and when a planet is retrograde, this is more about an inner journey, and this is in the collective because it's Aquarius. Now, there's 2 intersecting lines that are vibrating in this air sign, and this is about what timeline are we on. You can be simultaneously existing in 2 separate realities. That's where we are. These 2 separate polarities or 2 separate realities simultaneously exist. The one reality where the things that happen where you prefer them, and the other one where you don't prefer them, and they both happen at the same time. Now, how do we navigate the times when things occur when we don't prefer? We had Saturn yesterday also stationing retrograde in Aries. Saturn is all about structure. Aries is about the body. We have Neptune also retrograde in Aries, and that is the foundation of this basket. Saturn retrograde in Aries and Uranus direct in Gemini. Uranus rules innovation, change, electricity, technology, all of the things that are happening for us. Gemini rules the hands, our thoughts, our ideas. This is why technology is starting to take off. Neptune rules the vision, rules our imagination. It rules illusions and delusions when it is in retrograde. So what illusions and delusions are we dissolving around where we belong? Because these foundational planets are at 4 degrees. And there is energy moving between all of these planets that is forming a basket. Why is this so significant? They're all, and this is going to be significant in various different ways for you as an individual, depending on where it is in your chart and what houses it's activating. For us as a collective, this is shifting our identity, as in Leo, as the me, and how we are in society, Aquarius. There's this pull of like, where am I, me, in society, and where do I belong when these new shifts are happening, as in Uranus and Mars in Gemini are having, Mars having a hard aspect to Venus in Virgo, the North Node now almost out of Pisces and the South Node almost out of Virgo. We're wrapping up an 18-month cycle of the nodes. The nodes have been, the North Node has been moving through Pisces, re-evaluating, directing humanity to remember its connection to spirit, its subliminal connection to spirit, and let go of old daily habits that no longer serve. Virgo, South Node. Venus in Virgo is now informing us how to make the correct decisions based off of our heart. She had a hard aspect to Mars yesterday. So if you felt like things should have been pulling forward and they were not, well, that was because there would be that opposition between Pluto and Jupiter and the Sun, and Mars and Venus, and Neptune and the Moon. So if you had like a sluggish, like tired day yesterday, that probably would be why. I definitely needed a nap. So let's move on to the week. We start out on Moon Day, Monday, with the moon in Capricorn. Over the weekend, we had to deal with the moon crossing over Lilith, as I had warned you about last week. Not a warning, just an awareness. When the moon crosses over the lunar apogee, which is the farthest point of the Earth, that means that it is, the light of the moon is the farthest. The tug, that energetic, think of the moon affecting the tides, okay? The moon affects the tides. That moves water. You have water in your body. Water is, it affects us, okay? So when the moon is at the farthest point from the Earth and it orbits across that Lilith point, it's gonna bring up some emotions, as in energy and motion. So if you had some of that pop up over the weekend, that would be why too. Anytime the moon goes through Sagittarius these days, and I will let you know when the Lilith point moves out of Sagittarius and it will move into Capricorn, and then it will be Capricorn's turn to face their fears or false evidence appearing real. It has been Sagittarius time to deal with that. And that is about a 9 9-month moon transit. Interesting, 9, huh? So we have the moon in Capricorn on Monday, and it will be getting ready to meet up with Pluto. So when the moon crosses over Pluto, you will be definitely feeling more emotions around, especially if you're empathic, you're going to be feeling the emotions of the collective. And also there's this desire for expansion of the heart because of the sun in Leo meeting up with Jupiter. So this desire for expansion of the me and expansion of how people see me and how I love, and this really yearning, to be seen will be altered by this feeling of it could be a feeling, unpreferred feelings of anger, fear, sadness, maybe a little bit of dread, because Pluto retrograde, that's kind of the energy and the vibe of it. So as that occurs for us through Tuesday, and Monday, so we're going to have the full moon in Aquarius, which means the moon, when the moon is in Aquarius and the sun is in Leo, that's when we have a full moon. The sun in Leo will be shining the light, and the moon in Aquarius. With that meetup, with the moon-Pluto opposition to the Jupiter-Sun conjunction at 6 degrees Leo, this is about, and the basket is starting to dissolve now. Just starting to dissolve as of this full moon, but it's still in effect. With Mercury now direct, which still kind of in its shadow, and you might have felt that over the weekend as well. We want to expand on all things, expand and open up on all things heart-based, because Jupiter will expand whatever is there. And depending on your particular birth chart, the moon, sun, Jupiter opposed with the full moon, this Wednesday, the 29th, is going to activate and affect you in various different ways. For the Leos and the Aquariuses, Aquariuses can be very detached from their feelings generally. You will be, so if you have any Leos in your life, they will be in their birthday season, and if things don't seem to be working out for you, Leo, the way that you thought it would, do not fret. This is just kind of like a revving up for your Jupiter activation. There's some feelings that just need to be addressed. And what do we do with our feelings? Well, we here at New Paradigm Healing Academy, we use the practice. You ask yourself some questions. Where do I get this from? How is it for me? Who does it belong to? Because sometimes these feelings, most of the feelings and the programs that we're running as a collective are not in alignment with the way our evolution is going, because we are still involved in a society, a plutocracy. This is the period of time when humanity is getting more hep to the people power. When Pluto goes direct in October, as we go through this Pluto retrograde review, the plutocracy veil that is on the fourth dimension, which is the internet, or the inner, we are in an inner net, as Carolyn Mace likes to call it. We're activating our inner net, as in the natural heart resonance, fourth dimension, the real 4D. That is what the society is coming to reality about. So this is what the basket is forming for us. A foundation, think of it like a heart cradle, like activation. Rock the cradle of love. Rock the cradle of love. That's what it is. It's just a cradle of love. So this full moon is a beautiful time to let go of those, fully let go of all those old daily routines, of daily habits, old belief systems that are attached to what we don't all, you can just talk to people. We generally, mostly, even if you're on two different sides of the spectrum of politics, like, or whatever, you can kind of align on a lot of things. Like, really, if you really listen, actively listen to the people that you're talking to, instead of like just thinking about what you're going to say as they're talking, try it. Just actively listen. And then try this. Repeat what they say back to them and see if they remember what they told you. Are they consciously talking? So be present, be aware, and take care of your bodies, as especially with Neptune and Saturn retrograde in Aries. It's going to be a wonky time. Do you feel like you need more sleep? Take more sleep. If you feel like you need more time, make more time. If you need more time, Saturn retrograde period is a good time to make time. Chiron at 0 degrees Taurus says, hey, remember to manifest those healing containers that you made that you were talking about making yourself for the last 18 months with the South Node in Virgo, kind of taking away all those old daily routines that don't serve you. Yes, yes. So full moon Wednesday should be a great energetic shift. Drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. Thursday, the moon will still be in Aquarius, and it will create a nice trine to the Mars energy in Gemini. So when the ideas flow, like maybe overnight after you have a good sleep, have your journal handy in the morning, and see if you remember any of your dreams or have any good ideas on Thursday morning. And Friday, the moon will move, cross over the North Node in Pisces, and it'll kind of do a little woof. So it will be feeling the collective having a bit of a slight crisis. Okay. Oh, I got a phone call. Okay, I'll call you right back. Alright, so I actually have to wrap this up. But anyway, so the moon's going to cross over the node, and it's going to be like reminding you how to feel out these spiritual containers that you have been creating for the last 18 months. Like, what about your spiritual practices and your spiritual containers that you've been working on? Like, letting go of those old daily routines and then moving forward into those new ones. Okay, Friday, Saturn Day, the moon's still going to move into Pisces. It's going to do a little opposition to Venus in Virgo. So we're going to be weighing out our values and our feelings around our spirit and our daily routines. And then Sunday, Sunday, the moon will move into Aries. It's a great day to work out. It's a great day to go hiking, great day to do things to go get into your body, go surf, go do some things. Make sure you take care of yourself in a physical way on Sunday. All right, that is this week. So happy Moon Day. I will see you all next week. Aloha. Bye-bye.